Next we have FLUOTEC, my friends from south of the border, Jose Noriega and Carlos Anadon. And we have our models once again, Sabina Heinroth and Jamel Northern. So tell us about the latest lights you've been working on. You won an award at NAB, and you're going to be lighting all the NAB show this year?
Yes, so the NAB show, and for the very first time at NAB, there would be a cine center. It's something very interesting that we have tried to make NAB aware that cinematographers are really part of the production, not only the television, that was before that kind of exhibition, and now they are going to do a cine center. We are going to be the lighting sponsors for that, and as last year, we were the lighting sponsors for the NAB show. We are really very pleased to be in front of this audience. For us to be part of this industry is a dream that has been come true. For 20 years, we were making lights for television. We were the original equipment manufacturers for Lowell. I can imagine that some of you have used our lights. But nobody knew about FLUOTEC, and then we said, we have to be there. We have to be in the United States. We have to be in the world with our own brand. It's not very easy to understand why a company that is in Mexico can have some kind of technology like the one that we have. Our founder was a German that came from fleeing the Nazis, and this is something of the philosophy of FLUOTEC. We are a German-French engineering company with Mexican prices. So you have the best of the world. And there is very interesting developments that we have done this year. In this precise NAB show and Cine Gear, we are going to show the CineLight Quad. We have the less sexy of the lights from all over the industry. You have seen that everybody's going to the quad, the RGB, the colors, and everything. And we understand, but we are the experts of pure white light. Why? Because we didn't want to go on the bandwagon, because the bandwagon is not always well. You see, sometimes people do things that seem right, and sometimes if you don't follow the leader, you may actually get the whole people. Why? Because if you're going to light a talent, you're going to light it with pure white light. If you want color, you would buy a par. It would be very easy to buy a par, $400 US, and you will have enormous quantities of color lights. The concert touring business has been in the market for years, and they have robots, they do turns, they do everything. So for us, going into the RGB concept was not a right decision from the technical point of view. Why? Imagine that you have a car, and maybe a beautiful German car, the BMW or a Mercedes. Well, we are the Jetta. Why? Because if you go from A to B, you wouldn't buy a car with a kitchen. The kitchen is okay. It's very nice to have a kitchen in a car. But if you have the money to buy a car with a kitchen, why don't you go with your car to the best restaurant? So that's our philosophy. We want to give you the very best pure white light that you can get. So just to give you an idea, this CineLight Quad, it's a 200-watt LED that outputs almost 1,000 watts of equivalent tungsten light. And what is amazing about this, and you can see that the light can change the color temperature, so you are able to make creative decisions. That's the decisions that lighting designers and cinematographers like to do. So if you have, for example, in this case, two people that has different color temperatures in their face, one of them will look better than the other. So that's why you can move the color temperature as a creative concept. A very white, a pale person if you go very blue on him or her, it will look a little sick. Then you will turn it a little more, and then you will have a healthy looking pupil. That's why we think that the color temperature is a creative decision. Now you have seen the power of this light. This light has 4 times the power of the competition and half the price. So I would say that our solution is not because we lack the possibility of doing color. It's because it's a decision in order to make the people that actually uses our light more sensible to the things that LED has proven is economy of energy, economy of light. And what we have seen in the last year, we just returned from February freezing in Toronto with the people from WF White. And I have seen that the people in Toronto and the people in Canada, they were not going into the bandwagon of the RGB because, of course, they don't have as much amount of money as here in the United States, and they are a little more sensible to the situation that if you do a right decision in terms of economics, you will forget about the RGB as the main concept for lighting your people. The other light that we have shown, and that this was the best of show at Cinegear and the best of show at NAB, this is the Vegalux 300. This is a 200-watt Fresnel that outputs an equivalent of a 3K, a little less than a 3K. Why we did that? Because now we made this Fresnel. As you can see, this Fresnel has A-leaf barn doors. This is like a Hollywood Fresnel that works perfectly. A-leaf barn doors that can project and control the light as every German manufacturer. And the beautiful thing about this is that we put a glass premium Fresnel of 10 inches, so you can have a little more lumens for a 200-watt Fresnel. So this is our proposition for the industry in the United States and for you, of course, our cinematographers. And I am very happy to say that being a company that is an international oriented, but having the very best quality and price is something that you will value, and we are very happy to be here, and of course we will answer your questions, whatever they are. Thank you very much.